Hey everyone, it's Ken from OKportugal and welcome to another episode of Portugal Farm Life. Now we've just gone across the road to our neighbour Joaquim and he's asked me to come over because today's the day where he's going to be vaccinating his sheep. Now I know I haven't really done much farming related content over the last couple of weeks, and that's because it's summertime, it's incredibly hot and everything kind of slows down on the farm. But now we've got something quite interesting happening. I haven't actually seen this before, so let's get in there and have a look. Joaquim has 170 sheep at the moment. And once a year they have to get vaccinated against a particular disease. Here's some of his sheep. Now these are milk sheep, so they're not bred for meat, but as you can see they've got very large udders, and these ones look quite young. So I'm just going to see if I can get to the other side of this barn here. Alright, so as you can see they've got some kind of like a pistol gun, and they can administer a whole bunch of different injections with that into the sheep. And over here they're using something else which is going into the mouth. I'm guessing it might be like some kind of a dewormer or something like that. So they're just wrangling some of the sheep from here, and then they're going to bring them up this side, up through here, and then they come in here, and in here is food. So they've got a little bit of food in the trough. They put their necks through, and that's where they can get vaccinated. And while the vet isn't here, this is a close-up of the gun, and that they use, and then they can do multiple sheep at the same time. And today it's going to be 170 sheep, so this is a small portion of them. And this one over here couldn't wait to get done. Look, it's up here all on its own, just so it can munch away at some food. Looks like some of its food's run out though, and it wants to get its head through so it can get to the rest. Let's see if I can help you out there, buddy. Let's move some more of this food. There we go. Alright, and Fernanda's trying to call the sheep up. Here we go. So Fernanda's keeping count, so you don't get too many in. And now we should have exactly enough. There's one more space just over here. And in this little station we can fit 12. So doing 12 at a time out of 170, it's going to take around 2 hours, I think. So this device that she has now, it's recording the microchip of each of the sheep. And they all get recorded. And then as you can see here, he's administering the oral liquid, which I'm guessing is some kind of a dewormer maybe. Yeah, and they're all hands on deck, but I'm managing to get a couple of answers. So the one that he is putting inside the mouth there, that's for intestinal parasites. And then obviously the blue one's for the microchips. And then the one that they inject into the neck, I think it's the neck, well, we'll see in a bit. That is the vaccine for a disease that sheep get. So it's once a year and it basically prevents them from getting that disease. So over here we're taking blood samples, and all of those go into the collection over here. And then over here, this is the vaccine going in. Looks like it just goes into the skin, or maybe the muscle, and it's just on the side of the shoulder. And here come the next ones, and Fernanda's counting to 12, and they're putting some food in the trough, and hopefully they're going to figure out which way to put their heads. Come on, sheep. Okay, we got one extra. And Joaquim's got the extra one out. So let's go around to the other side and have a look from that angle. You can see just how hot it is at the moment. Everything's dry and dusty, just like on our farm. Joaquim does have a whole bunch of corn planted over here, and he's also got a whole bunch of the hay bales that were harvested from our farm and from his field. So this is the feed that's going to last them through. And these are the sheep that have already been vaccinated and had all of their checkups and everything done. I'm here with Antonio. And Antonio is, his job now today is to basically try and herd the sheep into this, into this side over here so that they can get vaccinated. So for now it's nice and relaxed, and we get to wait for them to finish over there before we have to push the sheep further in. All right, and there goes the last group. And now Antonio is going to get them to go through and into here. Just over here we have the male, and he's a very lucky boy because he has all of these females, and you can see a lot of them are pregnant. The ones where the sides are sticking out are all pregnant at the moment. So he's been a busy boy, and you can probably hear all of the bells. This one over here, look, is wearing a bell around its neck. And they don't put bells on all of them, only some of them have to wear bells. And then, it basically lets the other sheep know where they are. It lets the shepherd know where they are, more importantly. So when they're in the field, you know where they are. And what farm barn is complete without farm cats? He's got a bunch of these little farm cats. They get to drink sheep's milk, and they get to catch rats and mice and things like that. And they're having a great time over here. They're mostly hidden, so I'm surprised that we get to see this one. But as you can see, it's about to go behind all of these hay bales here and catch a whole bunch of stuff, probably for its lunch. I just want to have a look at how Joaquim's dam is doing, because our water levels are quite low because of the drought. Yeah, I can see his has also dropped quite substantially. You can see where like the high water mark is over there. But these things are very deep. I mean, they make them at least 8 meters deep. Sometimes in the middle it's a lot more, 10, 12 meters. So he's still got water. I think our dam, which is in that direction over there, is probably coming off the same underground water source. So we're probably both about the same. And let's have a peek in his fields towards the back here. So yeah, this is the corn that he planted. This year's been really bad for corn. Obviously we've had no rain in April, whereas all the rain's supposed to land then. We've had quite a hot summer. It has actually been cooler than most summers. Basically the corn just has not done well this year. I mean, sometimes this corn is going to go sort of like shoulder height. This stuff isn't grown for corn. It's actually just grown as greenery for the sheep to eat. So they don't irrigate it or anything like that to make the corn. And over here, this has all been prepared. Well, this has actually been eaten. So this also had corn, and the sheep have come and eaten absolutely everything. And it looks like he might have done like a light till or something on the soil as well. But yeah, he was telling me that this year there's a huge problem when it comes to, for food for the sheep. I mean, obviously he has all of this, but with 170 sheep, he's going to get through that quite quickly. And who knows when it's going to rain again? Hopefully November, maybe December, maybe January, and that's months and months away. I was making a joke and asking him if he's got names for every single one of these sheep, and he was saying that actually he recognizes them. So he was saying that each of these sheep have very like individual markings and things like that, and he knows them all, which is pretty impressive. Okay, so we're just going outside quickly. You can see our farm is just in the background. I don't ever get to see it from that angle. And we've got some more sheep that are just about to come down the road now. We've got to stand over here, make sure that they don't get through and that they go into Joaquim's farm. These look like quite young sheep. They're very small. And as you can see, Joaquim's trying to round them up and make sure that they go in the right direction. And here's one of Joaquim's farm dogs. Now at the moment, because of the sheep, the farm dogs are in this area. But as soon as they close the gates and the sheep aren't in, then the dogs get to come out and they get to patrol around the farmyard. So they're not locked in here the whole time. You can see they're nice big dogs as well. It's got very similar coloration to Mimosa, just on the face. Hello. It's getting hot today. Next week it's going up to 40 degrees. Today I think it's going to sit around 35. Now that's the in the shade temperature, so when you're actually in the sun it feels a lot hotter than that. But that's what it's like here, you know, Beira-Baja, central Portugal, freezing cold in the winter, boiling hot in the summer, and it's not for sissies. Right, so Joaquim's letting these sheep out this side here. You can see they're all going to come through. And In the background here, he's opening up the gates so that they can go through into his main field. And if I stand over here, it'll stop them from running in the wrong direction. There's the big male I was talking about. Very healthy looking ram. And here we can see as they're starting to go into the fields. And this one over here is looking quite freaked out because she was hiding just over here, and she's frantically calling for her flock. But don't worry, she'll have the other 12 are going to come and join her in a moment, and then she can go out to the field and bear sheep. And here we've got some baby lambs. They're being kept separate. I think once the mothers are vaccinated, they'll probably put them back with the baby lambs, and then they can have their milk again. So this sheep over here is actually a meat sheep. Underneath its neck, it's got these little things hanging. And I was just asking Antonio, he says they're called brincos. Not really sure what those are. Maybe someone can tell us in the comments. But they're like two little growths. So unlike the other ones which are bred for the milk, this one, as you can see, is quite big. It's quite fat. It's got a lot of muscle on it. And this one's for eating. And we're nearly at the end. So I think we've got, what's that, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I think there's 14 in here. So not long to go. And this is the last. You can see these are all the little baby ones. So with these baby lambs, they've got the tags, and then I'm guessing that this is the tracker now that they put. So they first clip the ear, they put the tag in, and then with this little gun, he's got the tracker, or not tracker, it's the microchip that they basically got to put into the sheep. And I'm guessing that that probably sits in the stomach, and it's probably too big to come out of the stomach because it just goes straight down the throat. And now that they've got the microchips, she's just checking underneath and making sure that all of the tags are reading, and everything looks good. And then the little ones are receiving their vaccines. And the vets have finished. They've done a fantastic job. Hugo, well done.
Yes. It's very hot.
It's exceptionally hot. Yeah, no, you guys have done an amazing job. 170 sheep. It's a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. Joaquim, terminado? Termino, okay. Muito interessante. Obrigado. Ciao. So this is El Chandre, and as you can see, he's done most of the work. He's done most of the trabalhar. See, so yeah, good job. Yeah. Well done. Ciao, Fernanda. Ciao. Até logo. Ciao. All right, well, let me just put my stuff away in the bag, and it's time to head off back to our farm. Ciao, doggies. All right, and now it's back to our place. Now, apart from that, the next interesting thing that's going to be happening in the next couple of weeks is the grape harvest. So Joaquim's got his whole vineyard over here. Check this out. So his vineyard stretches all along there, and then we've got our grapes all the way on this side over here. So those are all going to get done. I'm not sure exactly what day that's going to happen. Obviously, you know, we're going to come and have a look at the grapes and figure it out. But yeah, as I said earlier, like this time of year, things are quite quiet on the farm. It's just way too hot to do anything. So yeah, it's kind of like a relaxing time, and that's why I like to go out on bicycles. I like to go to river beaches, like to go up the mountain and stuff like that. Home sweet home. Very dry sweet home. Look at that. Yeah, the geese. Geese. He's actually hissing at me now because doesn't like the bicycle. That's the noise that they make when they're scared of something. Don't worry, goosey goose. It's not going to harm you. So I'm going to be shooting a property video in the next couple of hours. I'm going to have to get all my cameras and stuff on charge, and I'll check back with you guys in a little bit. Now sadly this is where I end this week's video, but I have a bonus video coming up for you tomorrow where you get to see where I am and what I'm doing. I'm on a little bit of an adventure at the moment. I'm just about to head off into the mountains, and yeah, make sure that you tune in tomorrow, which is Monday, and have a watch. It's going to be a good one. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.